It's Christmas time. I love a good cocktail, and today I'm going to show you 3 great cocktails for the Christmas season. First one up here is actually an Anders Ericsson recipe. This is a condensed version of apple cider with Knob Creek 9-year and some Angostura bitters. Basically, you reduce the cider until it becomes essentially a syrup that you're going to use instead of sugar in your old fashioned. Add a ½ ounce of it to your glass. 2 ounces of Knob Creek 9-year, and you'll see there I only added 1, which makes it bad, and you'll see in the results of the video. And then 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, and chill and dilute in your mixing glass. And I like to stir until the outside of the glass is chilled. Then grab your glass out of the freezer and strain into your cocktail glass over ice, and then you'll realize that I actually didn't make the recipe right. I only added 1 ounce of bourbon, and you'll see my reaction here in just a second. Wait, why is there so little liquid in this glass? Did I do it right? Well, let me taste it anyway. It tastes too sweet because you didn't do the recipe correctly. Be very sad and learn from your mistakes. Don't worry, we have 2 more cocktails to make. For the next cocktail, you're going to need Early Times Bottled in Bond, and then a homemade cranberry syrup. Basically, you're going to make rock candy syrup, which is 1 part sugar, ½ part of water, and then once you have that mixed, you are going to keep it on a medium heat. Add cranberries. Once they are soft, you crush them. There is no color added to that bottle. That's just what it looks like, as well as some Angostura bitters. You're going to take 1/2 ounce of your cranberry syrup into the glass, 3 dashes of Angostura bitters, 5 dashes of Angostura orange bitters, and then 2½ ounces of Early Times Bottled in Bond. Ice into the glass and stir and dilute until chilled. And you don't have to use Early Times Bottled in Bond, but it is important to use something that's at least 100 proof when you're going into cocktails, because that way the bourbon will stand up to the dilution. Get cute with it if you want to. Finally realize you've stirred enough. Get your festive chilled glass out of the freezer, strain over a block of ice. The color on this drink is crazy, and I think this is probably my favorite cocktail I have made this season. My kids really love that cranberry syrup. I've just been telling them it's grenadine, and they've been making Shirley Temples with it, and it's not anything fake. It's just cranberries and sugar. It's really, really good to have on hand. But we still have time for 1 more cocktail here, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This is syrup that I made out of sugars and cinnamon, made the same exact way that I made the cranberries. Take 2 apples and chop them into small pieces. Add your sugar, 1 part sugar, 1/2 part water, and get it simmering so it looks like that. Then you strain it into a glass, and you use this as your sugar for your old fashioned. ½ ounce there. And then this is where the recipe completely changes. You then go with a ½ ounce of cognac, and then 2 ounces of Colonel E.H. Taylor small batch. I used this one because there's really beautiful apple notes in that bourbon, and I had to go get a second bottle because that was the end of that bottle that I've had for like a year and a half. Fresh crack. Finish it out there. And then add your 3 dashes of Angostura bitters. Add ice and chill and dilute. And this one is actually my favorite cocktail. It is a really cool way to incorporate something a little different into an old fashioned. And Holly actually doesn't like old fashions, but this was her favorite by far this year. She absolutely adored this cocktail. I've made it for her twice. If there are any cocktails that you try from this list, please let it be this one. This one was an absolute game changer, and I don't know if I'll still make old fashions like I used to before this cocktail. Adding this cognac really makes a huge, huge difference in this cocktail. I was a little apprehensive because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I had a vision, but I wasn't sure, and it just ended up being my favorite. I think it's absolutely incredible. 2 thumbs way up. So there you have it. 3 similar yet very different cocktails for the holiday season. Hope you guys all have a great and safe holiday season. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, cheers. A big thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen right now.